Okay, so this is the wiring harness for the RP4-CH11, and I mentioned I'd kind of go over this a little bit after I showed the cutaway we did inside the Dash of 300C. Now this is wired up for a Pioneer, all right? It may look real confusing, but it's really not that bad, okay? First thing we need to know is we're going to use, hopefully you can get that, the RP4-CH11B. That's for a Chrysler 300C, at least for a 2008, and that's what I got, so that's what I'm using. Now, what we've done here is we've taken the original Pioneer harness and we've just put some quick connects and disconnects on here and wired them up correctly. So most of this stuff is going to be the same. Now, you may be wondering what the fuck this is. That's a bypass for video and DVD and all that stuff. The way that wires up to my particular model is just run a remote to the remote, a green wire to this particular light green, which I forgot exactly which one it is, but you can't miss it. It's the only light green on the Pioneer kit. And of course, the black goes to the ground, okay, or is the ground. So these are some of your speaker wires. We just put some ends on these so that they're easy to keep and not short out. And most everything else will be kind of color matched. You've got your power wire. It's going to be red and red. You've got your backup one. Now this is the one that's really not kind of color coordinated. It's a light green on the harness where it says navigation output, or actually it's just a solid green, and it's going to connect to a purple and white, and you can see here it says reverse gear input. I believe that's for the camera, for the backup camera, so I don't have that hooked up. I haven't verified that's working yet, but everything else on here is working fine. Now with the RP411 or RP4-CH11, the way they tell you to hook this up is to hook up the front speakers of the head unit to the rear speakers of the harness, so that way you get all of your audio, like for your Bluetooth phone, if you have navigation, things like that, okay? So you can kind of see standard colors, right? On the Pioneer, we got the gray and gray black, which is either going to be left or front, right, some shit. It's the front ones, okay? And then you got the violets, which are the black and the purple, and the black being a stripe on there. So hopefully you can see that pretty well. And that's pretty much how you wire that straightforward, okay? And then you do that, and you connect your illumination wire. It's going to be orange, white, and orange, white. That matches pretty much everything else you're not going to need. All right, so the way this works is you connect this piece into the head unit. Okay, I'm sorry, that's the factory harness. That connects the actual piece that your head unit of the stock radio was connected to. So you're going to put those in there. And you got this little piece here, and this actually goes into the RP11. RP4, I don't know why I keep saying that. I'm not even stoned yet. Connect that in there, and you're good to go. Now on the other side, you have this little wire here, and this is what gives you your steering wheel controls. Now, depending on your particular model radio, you're either going to use a wire for that bullshit, or a lot of the good brands, like Pioneer, have the little jack, and you just kind of plug the jack in, and off you go. Now, I've already tested all of this. We've had it mocked up. We've had it wired. The illumination works. The stereo works. I've got chimes, okay? So the chimes are working. I was a little concerned about that. I haven't tested the video bypass, but I really don't care. I don't think I've ever put a fucking DVD in my radio, to be honest with you. So why I even bought it and installed it? I don't know. E-peen, I guess. But hopefully this helps some people. So I'm just going to kind of fiddle through the wires. We did use some caps and shit. Now, one of the things I'm a little concerned about is because eventually I plan on going full on with the audio system. Which means I'm going to bypass the factory amp. I'm going to replace the factory speakers. I'm going to run all my own shit. At that point in time, I got another bridge to cross, which is figuring out how I keep my door chimes and all that stuff. I don't know if this will work, but I know it works good enough to get my radio to turn on, give me a remote signal for my amps, and have the accessories. So hopefully that helps. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask.